Now I just realized that all this like rich line is essentially like the blue line, right? Like a certain portion of the blue line. But you know, like the Nasims and the Bukit Timas and...
Are you rich?
Oh my god!
No.
Poor, broke, AF.
I am not rich. I come from a rich family.
Are you rich?
Yeah, I'm rich.
No, I wouldn't say I'm rich, but I would say I'm in the middle.
How do you know?
Because I have many economies. The country has so much money. 50 cents, 20 cents, $1.
How much money do you have?
Then
How can you tell if someone is rich?
you have money. They have money. Papa, you are rich.
How you know Papa is rich?
Because you tell me.
Tell you.
Then they got a big castle. Got a very big swimming pool there also. They got many food also.
Mostly they wear like expensive stuff, like maybe they have a Rolex or maybe they drive a very nice car.
How can you tell if someone is rich?
Cannot, I've lived my life thinking that it's very hard to tell if someone is 100% rich. I think in Singapore it's a little bit hard to tell because we are generally a first world country with a lot of well-to-do people.
In terms of transport, like whether you take public transport, whether you take Grab, whether you drive, that's all a spectrum too, I guess.
In the past, they were dressed very like well-to-do, formal, and then there's those kind who are rich to the point where they don't really care about what they look like.
I think you can get an inkling, but then again also like some people, right, they just earn paycheck to paycheck, but they still go and buy luxury goods. You may think they are rich, but actually they are not.
Type of housing, and I guess where you live also. But you know, like the Nasims and the Bukit Timas and...
You know, like how people say you're rich if you can go to town in slippers. It's not because they don't bother dressing up, it's because they are so rich that they stay in town.
Now I just realized that all this like rich line is essentially like the blue line, right? Like a certain portion of the blue line.
Unless you allow me to look into their bank accounts, if it has more than 9 digits, I would say that's quite rich.
Do you think you belong to upper, middle, or lower income group?
I don't know.
I don't understand. What income? What's income?
Do you think you belong to upper, middle, or lower income groups?
Oh, bugger.
I would say middle lah.
Middle?
Presently, right now, I belong to lower income group. I'll say I would belong in the upper middle class. Why? What kind of question is this? You're asking me how much money I earn, confidential.
I think because of my current lifestyle, it can seem like I'm in the middle class because I love going to cafes. Not that I don't like going to hawkers, I love hawker food. But I love going to cafes because it's more IG worthy, and on special occasions, I do go to nicer restaurants as well.
I think I live quite comfortably. I don't have to worry about, can I afford to pay like certain, like my phone bills or something. And I can afford to like buy things that I want to buy. Like let's say I want to buy like bubble tea every day this week, I could.
I guess I have enough money to both survive and enough money to put into like leisure things, activities, or like traveling, for example. With my current income bracket and with the expenses that come with living in Singapore, it is not the most sustainable income bracket that I have comparing to my elders like my parents. I cannot with good conscience say that I am middle tier. I'm probably lower bracket, but upper lower bracket.
What will you do with more money?
Save more and
Travel more,
Traveling. Maybe moving to another country, for example.
be more 开放 with treating your friends.
The realistic part of me is say like put money for like buy a house, buy a condo.
Give my parents more money.
I will buy away all my problems. I will buy myself a home, so I'll buy away all the potential family problems that can happen with living with your parents. Instead of having to sell my time to get money, I use the money to give myself more time to do happy things.
What will you do with more money?
Give somebody some because they don't have money.
Help people, like maybe just give stuff to my friends, or maybe like if they need money, I'll give it to them. If you're rich and you don't even help people with the money, then why be rich?
I will buy something for people. I buy a necklace for my teacher. I want to buy some socks for my mom and papa.
Any more things you want to do?
I'll probably give it to my parents and just ask them to save.
I want to put in the piggy bank for my daughter. Not daughter, for myself and my baby and my mommy and daddy.
Will becoming rich change you?
If one day if I'm rich, I wouldn't also want to make people sad. So I might just wear what I used to wear and never like forgot where I was in the first place. Yeah.